Yep, we're off. Hello, welcome to episode 4, 1st of August, I believe. Episode 4, Alan and Marcus. Please share, like, and subscribe to the videos. Please. Right, Marcus, episode 4. We're going to get on to topics what we've been on about. First of all, let's talk about that Olympics. Opening ceremony. I don't know if you've seen any of it.
No.
Well, what can I say? Anti-Christian or what? We looked at, transvestites and all that. That Last Supper thing. With big fat lady in the middle. Right. And she described herself as a queer gender, whatever that is. Plate role of Jesus. Well, that's not gone down well, has it, with people? No wonder they're boycotting it. Right? I think there's a panic, really. And then all rest it shit with athletes. They said it's going to be the most sustainable green games ever. So they supplied them in Olympic City with cardboard beds. Right, no air conditioning. It's boiling over there. I've been to Paris to some saw a view. It's pretty boiling, isn't it? But anyway, and then no meat, protein for plant-based meat. Well, half of them have moved out, haven't they? Booked into hotels. Can't blame them. So, what I've filled you in so far, what do you think it messed?
It's hard to say. I mean, I haven't actually seen it, so I don't really know. It's whatever. People are just weird. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not really a thing I really think about. People just do what they do. People either sort of agree with it, don't disagree with it. It's entirely up to them.
Well, I can't understand why they want all this stuff in sport.
I don't know. It's not really a thing that really interests me, to be honest with you.
What was wrong with walking out track with a few flags and, a few acrobats doing the things, you know what I mean? Jugglers and what have you.
Well, there's probably not wrong with it, but what I'm saying is it's...
Why did they have to go... I call it going low.
Yeah.
Snooping low.
Yeah.
Don't go to any lengths.
Maybe it's, like they say, it's sometimes might be trying to satisfy everybody. You know, what they're saying is...
I don't think anybody wants that nonsense.
Well, maybe so. It's just, like I say, it's not a thing I sort of take an interest in, so people will just do what they do. So if people watch it, they buy into it, it's entirely up to them.
I'll tell you what, I'm just talking to local people around me. I know it's going off worldwide, boycotting them.
Yeah.
But local people around me, they say the same thing. Well, I'm not watching none of that nonsense. If that's, what's the we athletes going, no, we don't want none of that nonsense.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's entirely up to people. If they don't sort of engage with it, or it's not their sort of thing, then obviously don't watch it. I mean, I don't watch it anyway because it's not a thing that really interests me, to be honest with you. So it's just doesn't interest me anyway.
No, I'm not watching full stop.
Yeah.
Start doing that sort of nonsense.
Yeah.
It was like football when they would take it knee, you remember?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like
back it in.
Yeah. It's like hotels, It's
ideologies, in front of sport before it starts.
Yeah.
The nonsense ideologies, nonsense.
Oh yeah, there can be.
Crackerjack nonsense.
I don't disagree with what you're saying. That's just people in general. Well, society in general, I suppose.
Well, right. And the other big issue we've been talking about, well, you just said it this morning with old fella. I've had it a couple with a few.
Yeah.
Straight away you got that one. Since we did last video, Labour got in, we knew that.
Yes.
So now it's going to be faster, not last lot. Same stuff, faster. But I think what shocked everybody, Reeves is it, Financial Minister, whoever she is, Chancellor, whoever she is.
Yeah.
Right. Within the fortnight, straight away, they've got I'm like this. It don't matter who gets in, they always say that, don't they? They're coming in and there's a black hole. Right, in the budget, in the financing, the deficit or whatever it is, right? There's always black holes they've got to fill.
Yes.
Right? Wow, what a shock for people. Straight away, it's attacked pensioners, wasn't it? With all these high costs of energy and this, that and the other.
Yes.
Wow, attack the pensioner. right? So if you're not going to get means tested, if you're not on any means tested benefit,
Yes.
right, right, you're not getting it. I understand at the moment we ain't got to October budget yet, but that's what they've announced they're going to do.
Yes.
And then on the same token, you had him, Crackerjack, Miliband,
Yes.
RMP for Doncaster North,
Yes.
right, with wind farms, more wind farms, offshore everywhere. And forget planting potatoes and having cows, you're going to have solar panels, 27,000 acres or something.
Yes.
Wow, solar panels. Right. So they've got money for all this. They've got, I heard it were $3 billion, but that guy said it's $4 billion. They just said they're going to hand over to Ukraine's.
Yes.
Right. And at the same time, they've got to fill this black hole, and they're going to start with pensioners. Winter fuel allowance.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
I think depends how you look at a black hole. Basically, the sort of people sort of see it from a tax point of view, but that's not necessarily the case. It's what you call a deficit spend. So obviously, the government don't really have any issues when it comes to money. It'll always have the money. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, is how much money is floating in the economy. So it's a case of it's just a deficit spend basically. They're going to try and it's inflation. It's an inflation issue. I mean that's really what it boils down to. It's obviously unfair what you're saying. They're obviously cutting it back, or they're trying to re-manoeuvre it in such a way. But it doesn't matter who you're going to get in. The policies are going to be the same. I feel it's just a deficit spend, me personally. But it's who's the fall guy. I mean, they could cut defence budgets or I say foreign aid to such a degree, budgets, and sort of be channel that money elsewhere. But it is what it is. Opinion of them. Don't matter who you're going to get in. Policy's exactly the same. It's exactly the same.
What came into my head, right, and it's this. And I told you about the video before, he was Prime Minister, Starmer, when he was a leader, opposition guy. Opposition. Right, with that interview with him, where he's on about that 84-year-old woman who stopped in bed most of the time.
Yes.
Right, and when she was out of bed, she had to wear a coat because it was like eating or food type thing situation.
Yeah.
And he said how cruel it was. Yet within a fortnight of being in power, he sat there in front there, right, with his minister, telling her, right, of all the cuts for the pension, winter fuel allowance payment.
Yeah.
Right, you couldn't make it up, would you? And he sat there as bold as brass, knowing quite well he came out with that statement.
I agree with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying or what he actually said. I mean, if they really want to spend the money in the economy, they could actually do that. But obviously, the view I'm saying is that there's no such thing as a black hole. There's a deficit spend, granted. Governments don't have problems spending money. Doesn't have problems when it comes to getting money. A country that's a sovereign country that prints its own currency will never have a problem with regards to money. It will have a problem with inflation, of how much money it pumps in, but it will definitely not have a problem with the amount of money. It never has a money issue.
Yeah.
America's do exactly the same with the dollar. Never has an issue.
Well, just print it when they want it.
Just print it when they want it.
Yeah.
So, the black holes don't really exist in that sort of context.
Yeah.
If they put more money into the economy, what will that do for inflation? I'm not defending them. I'm just saying again the priority is wrong. I mean, my view is they should be taxing the billionaires and taking the money in that and then redistributing it elsewhere. In other words, not increasing the money supply. It's a monetary policy, not increasing the money supply. They're just taking the existing money that's already in the economy and putting it elsewhere. So there's no change in the amount of money in the economy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course it makes sense. Yeah. Well, how it all works. Well, what a place to start with for black hole pensioners.
There's no black hole.
It could be all sorts. Could it? I thought, well, it couldn't be administration, too many middle management in government and local authorities you're paying for.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need him. You don't need 65 managers for one plumber.
Well, that's what they say. I mean, the common term they actually use is what they call efficiency savings. So they don't want to spend any more money in the economy. It's like saying, well, you got like not picking on the council, by the way. You got 4 council workers, 1 digging the hole and 3 watching.
Yeah.
One would actually say, well, if you get rid of the other 2, so obviously you take the money from the council and then you put it into farming, so basically you're just transferring the jobs. You're not increasing the money supply in the economy, but you're redirecting it and you're redirecting the jobs.
Yeah.
And that's what they mean by efficiency savings. So it's more productive for the economy. Rather than having 3 men watching a guy digging a hole, you might as well have 1 man watching the guy digging a hole and use the other 2 men to do something else or make something. Do you know what I mean? That's what they mean by efficiency savings. It's just restructuring the
where
economy.
it's going.
Yeah, where it's going.
Yeah. It's obviously going to what wrong places.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
What's happened is you're getting too many jobs in the wrong sectors.
Yeah. Far too many.
Like we said on the last video, the farming sector's been devastated.
Yeah.
So, you've got the financial sector and everything else that's been heavily invested.
Yeah.
But it should be invested in the agricultural sector or the manufacturing sector, and that will lower the cost of your goods or the amount you pay at the till.
Yeah.
That's how it should work. But it's being directed wrongly.
Yeah. On an agenda. Because they're all on the same exact agenda, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just not being structured.
Right, no.
It's not being structured right.
No.
So, it's... What can I say? It's just not being structured right. They know this. They know it. Of course they know it.
No.
I mean, we're sat here doing this video. We're just, sort of Fred blog sort of people,
Yeah.
You don't... I would find it extremely difficult to believe that a government and the resources that a government have don't know this. Of course they know it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm always beset here, because it's an agenda.
Oh yeah,
It's
obviously
this stupid ideology
Yes.
that they're being told to follow.
Yes.
And I told you this morning, that Ed Miliband, I really believe he believes what he's saying.
Maybe. I can't read his mind, but maybe.
In my head, you're telling me he's educated. Well, and he can't see through that nonsense.
I mean,
He's going along with it. It's deep. I think it's proper deep at the end of it.
End of the day, I'm like this, me. It may be a noble thing to have what they call cleaner energy. It might be noble, it's like plastics and you go down the streets and shit all over. It's a noble thing, but you got to be realistic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to be realistic.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, redirecting these resources, what impact is it going to have on the rest of society? We've just been talking about redirecting resources.
Yeah.
So, in order to produce this cleaner energy, what resources do we have to redirect to do that? Do we actually take farmers or remove farmers or whatever to create these resources? An economy's only got so many resources and so much manpower.
Yeah.
If you're redirecting it to achieve an end, another sector is going to suffer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you just got to be realistic. It may be very well, but may be noble to create green energy. Do you know what I mean? Or pollution or things of that nature. But it's not realistic, is it?
If it were realistic,
Yeah.
we'd be all on board, wouldn't we?
It's
if it's going to be clear for the environment, we'd all be on board.
just do it bit by bit. Try and do it all at once.
This is why I say the stepping stones get faster, right? And this lot will make it go even faster.
Yes.
Right, they're already on about the middle classes won't be flying for 2050, 25 years off or whatever. Right, but the working class will be outpriced way before that.
Yeah.
Right, they'll not be able to travel by flights anymore. And the aim is, and they said it, right, middle classes won't be able to fly by 2050. It's just before the rich, the elite.
Well, I've always believed in what I call segregation by price.
15 minutes, that's another one, isn't it?
that segregation by price is one of the mechanisms sort of used to sort of, I wanted to say broadly speaking, control how society actually functions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how they do it. Segregation by price.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you can't fly, but do you have the money or the resources to fly? And if the answer is no, then you're not flying. It's easy. Yeah, I don't agree with it. I'm just saying they've always used that policy, segregation by price. Do you know what I mean?
And this daft fuel that want them to use, they say, well, it's not fossil fuel. That's chuffing bio,
Is it?
jet diesel or whatever it is. You know, because the aircraft use kerosene, right? SFA, isn't it? SAF?
Well-
SAF. It's like a synthetic gas
Is it?
made from fat oil,
Right. So it's
chip oil, and all that.
Would I be? I mean, the thing is, as well, you see, this is the trade-off. You see, this is what I'm saying.
Well,
to you.
obviously, because you're only getting like a couple percentage to what they would need. Hence, they don't need all them planes because they won't be able to manufacture that much oil.
Well, this is the trade-off. You see, this is what we just mentioned a few minutes ago. How resources are actually allocated. Now, you know, if it takes, in order to create sort of biodiesels, if that's what you call it, if it takes crops or whatever to actually produce that obviously that obviously affects the food chain. So, you know, that's it. You either turn the food into fuel, or you don't turn the food into fuel and you feed your people with it. So,
Yeah.
which one you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. That's how it works.
Well, they don't want to grow food. They want to put solar panels.
Oh
on it.
well, what I'm saying, if they grow food and they use them for biodiesels or this, that and the other, this is what I'm trying to say to you. This is how resources are used in the economy in general. So it's you know, certain sectors make claims on them resources,
Yeah.
and what I'm saying is, if you're going to go down this green route, which is all noble or whatever, then in order to achieve it, then you may have to certain parts of the population may have to go hungry. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever.
And then people will say, oh, it'll never happen. Well, you know and I know from experience in the last couple of weeks, the old lady farmer come from Mosfere that's been doing cattle, hasn't they? And
Well, that's-
wheat
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah,
And I said to her, don't worry, love, they'll be paying you,
yeah,
right, to put solar panels on your fields.
yeah.
She went, oh, we've already got 2 acres. Is that not true?
Yeah, that is true.
They, they already started ages ago.
Yeah, yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah. If you drive
2 acres of solar panels up road. I didn't even know.
well,
Wow.
a lot, quite a
Well,
bit.
it's already started.
Yeah. I mean, if you drive through certain parts of Lincolnshire, say if you go into Cleethorpes down M180,
Yeah.
you can see the solar panel farms already there.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Or if you go on a train, for instance, say if you going from like Donny to London
Yeah.
through Duins, Newark, and places like that. As you're passing through on train, you can see these fields that have already been allocated for solar panels.
They've already
so
been at it.
they've already been at it quite a while.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
you know,
They've got no cows now.
well, this is the thing. You see, that's
That's
what I'm
solar
saying.
panels.
What do you use? This is what I'm saying to you. What do you use the resources for? Because if you're using it using the fields to generate electricity, you're not generating food, and then that creates a food shortage in general, and the price of the still raises. That's how it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm on this subject. I want to mention this up because I've not filled out a whacky on it yet.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Waxon, he says, I've got a good idea. I'll write to
Oh
Milligram.
yeah, brilliant.
Right.
We've got the letter.
Right.
I'll send it off.
We learn, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
now I know how to do this with
Yeah.
farmlands and solar panels.
Yeah.
Right. We innovate them so they'll look like sheep and cattle.
Yeah.
Right. And he got it all typed out and he said, I'll send it in next few days.
Yeah.
And the reason I didn't push him to send it,
Yeah.
because I found this amazing.
What's somebody come up with it?
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. If you go into
You kidding
a
me?
week last Friday
You
when
kidding
he said
me?
it, hang on.
Yeah.
When he said it,
Yeah.
if you go to UK column on about the pylons, and they go, oh, well, we can make them look like deers. I went, you couldn't make that up, are you? You're going to just roll all this about solar panel.
Yeah.
Same fucking day.
Yeah.
Yo, I did say to you at the time, they'll probably right back to you and said somebody's already thought about it. They had.
All I can say is,
Hey,
well,
yeah.
all I can,
Deers.
yeah, well, all I can say is we're
Make
going
them
to
into deers.
stake us claim first, so we claim full authorship rights on it.
Yeah, well, you read a UK column because they didn't come out till 1 o'clock. You said it. You
Yeah, well, there's pylon. That's pylon.
Oh yeah, I'm pylon. Same sort of thing. You know what I mean?
The thing is,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Any grams.
Yeah,
I'll make this whole panel into sheep
well,
and
we'll have to
cows.
send that letter.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we'll have to send the letter.
oh yeah.
It's a serious point on it.
Yeah,
It's a serious, it's a serious point.
serious.
It's a serious point
Panel
on
the
it,
deer.
yeah.
It's all panel sheep and cows.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, we're getting on here. It's 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and I want to finish off with it. There's going to be no time for boxing here on this one, because the other thing is, right, everybody's going on about the 3 stabbings of the young girl. Absolutely ridiculous. Kids can't go to a dance class, you know what I mean? But there's riots taking place all over, isn't they? Right, over this nonsense.
Yeah.
Surely they understand that. Wow, people have had enough. They've had enough of all this. What's been pushed on them?
Yeah.
I don't. Everybody keeps going. It's a cracking point. You think he's getting there?
I tell you what, I'm like this, me.
It seems to be happening everywhere.
Well,
doesn't it?
I can guarantee. Well, do you know what it reminds me of? It's Americanisation. I can guarantee you. Usually, I've always said this. What happens in America within 15, 20 years, I guarantee you, it starts going to UK.
Yeah, but it's
right.
all at the same time around the world now.
Oh well, yeah, but
There's no delay in it.
No, there's obviously a
Seriously?
obviously society.
One day one will say it, next day the other one follows on. It's not 15 years.
No, I'm just saying that society. We have a general thing of becoming very Americanised in this country. You know, sort of things. All I'm trying to say is, there's obviously a big social change, and it's what can I say? It's just not what it was.
Everybody, all the West, is just following this script. Whoever it's written up by,
Yeah.
and there is no delay. As soon as one mentions it on their news, the next one mentions it, and so on.
Yeah.
24 hours, 3/4 of the world have talked about it,
Yeah.
and they're all going down them same policies.
Yeah.
Right. It's a dark, dark, sinister place for taking us,
Yeah.
this lot. Or, when I say this lot, I don't mean just our government, I mean the
Yeah.
globalists.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, talking about them Yanks, they're just itching for war. You know, just to get out of the $5 trillion debt.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
that's all they're itching for. They can never pay that back.
Yeah.
And they want digital currency shit, and then they won't have to pay it back.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's changing.
Well, who
time.
did they pay? Who did they owe it to?
Well, this is what
They make it up.
well, this is what was said at the beginning.
Yeah.
You see, because the thing is, if you print your own currency as a sovereign nation, you won't have to borrow it. So when they say they borrow money,
Yeah,
it's just rubbish.
Yeah, they just conned you.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's just.
We're printing his own money, but we're saying it's not, and we have to borrow it. We have to pay interest.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an inflation thing. That's
Full of shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, my thing is as well. The people that are borrowing to, rather than tax them, they end up borrowing the same money that people should tax, and paying interest on top. But that's just my view.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're all the same boat, aren't they? You know, after them, after Yanks, I mean, I suppose we're more fortunate. We're more fortunate even in Canada. What do they owe? 1.7 trillion. Yanks 35. Japs about 20 odd trillion. God, you can't get in around 35 trillion.
I can imagine,
can you?
because the point I'm actually saying, any country that's able to issue its own currency will, first of all, potentially not go bankrupt. It can't default on any debts that it may have, and internally anyway, because it controls the currency. It just, if it needs to pay a debt in its own currency, like the US dollar, it just prints dollars to pay it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
This is
that's what I'm
easy.
saying. When they go, you see in debt, you go, oh, two.
Yeah.
It's in debt to your son.
Yeah. Now it's different if you use another
Oh.
currency, which
In
is
debt
not
to your son,
yours.
Yeah.
Then you got to have trade surpluses in order to pay it off. But the America or Britain doesn't have that problem. So
It's all garbage.
yeah,
And it's 25 minutes, mate.
yeah.
I'll let you have the last word. What you want to finish the video
No,
off
just-
this week? Hey?
Just remember where the idea originated from these sheep and cows, or these panels. It weren't UK Kong neither.
It was Marcus.
Yeah,
He's got it on the computer
Yeah,
to
we
prove
have.
his letter.
got all the shipwrights, trademarks, whatever you want to call them.
That's
Copyrights,
right.
I mean.
They're on that computer with the date when he wrote it. So it was the first.
Yeah.
Categorically
Yeah.
prove it.
Yeah,
Right. Please
Yeah.
subscribe, like and share the video. Thanks a lot. And thanks for everybody looking at last one. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank
Bye.
bye.
Oh yeah. Now
Oh,
Eddie got his.
That's right.
So be it.
And don't forget to subscribe, because always remember, this time next year we'll be millionaires.